mean there's a federal limit to radiation?
Please tell me the limit's none.
So this is a pretty good example of somebody that really doesn't understand the basics of radiation and radioactivity in assuming that it's possible to have zero radiation dose from any form of radioactivity at all. The problem with that is that everything's radioactive, always has been, always will be. We're bathed in ionizing radiation from outer space, from the earth, the air we breathe, the food we eat. Our very bodies have always been radioactive. Potassium is naturally radioactive, having a higher energy gamma, higher energy beta than you get from cesium. Cesium is the dominant radiation source from spent nuclear fuel. And so it's an issue of the dose. It's like heat. A certain amount of heat is perfectly fine. It's safe. When you get a lot more heat, it can be dangerous and it can kill. And so the analogy there pretty much just ends there. But the point is that when you become paranoid of radiation, it becomes easy to think that you need to prevent all radiation and all radioactivity, which is technically impossible. You could really minimize the amount of man-made radioactivity by banning nuclear energy, but it's greenhouse gas free. It requires the least amount of materials per gigawatt energy of all of the sources of energy that are out there. Solar and wind require an enormous amount of materials for a small amount of energy. And so the footprint, the environmental footprint of mining and manufacturing all those materials to make the energy really just screams how important it is to do nuclear. Greenhouse gas free, a small amount of materials for an enormous amount of energy. It just makes sense unless you're afraid of it and you think that we need to ban it and get rid of it because it's evil and bad or something like that. So technology is not evil and bad. It's what you do with it that can be evil and bad. And you can say, well, some technologies are worse than others. And, you know, you're entitled to your opinion as is anybody. But science is science. And so you can do good things with science and you can do bad things with science. It comes down to what we choose to do in order to be environmentally friendly, sustainable, and still maintain our standard of living. And nuclear really is the only way to go. So I hope that helps. I know that there's a lot of fear and loathing about nuclear energy, and it's just unfounded, in my opinion. So take it for what it is. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching, and see you around. Bye.